I have to just tell you, there's something different about the weight loss.
Okay, today is day 42 of us doing the carnivore diet. We started the diet because I was on AIP, or we were on AIP. Steph was doing it with me.
That's an autoimmune protocol. It's a derivative of paleo.
So we were doing that diet with great success, but
For 2 years.
yeah, for 2 years, and it helped me tremendously. Then I had a flare-up of uveitis. I had ankylosing spondylitis and uveitis. The uveitis popped back up, and I hadn't had a flare-up for quite some
2
time.
years.
Had the flare-up, went to the doctor, and both eyes have had it. My right eye more than the other, so I got a lot of scar tissue there. And I had heard about the carnivore diet and stuff like that, and I started talking to Steph about it and said, I want to do that. And she said, yeah, let's do it. So 42 days ago, we started it. And now we're going to share with you where we're at now, physically, mentally, the things that have been happening to us, and also to friends and family members that are doing this as well.
Let me tell the biggest thing.
Okay, tell the
My
biggest
best
thing.
friend Erica, she's doing it with us. She's 1 day behind us. And at her 30 days, was it? I think it was 30 days.
Yes,
She lost 25 pounds.
that's fantastic.
She lost 25 pounds. And her blood pressure went into the normal range for the first time in I don't know how long. So it went away, her blood pressure, that quickly in 30 days.
Yeah,
And she lost 25 pounds. And she told her husband, hey, if my goal is if I get to 25 pounds, let's book a little tropical something getaway for February, March or something. And so he said, okay. She hit it in 30 days.
wow.
So
That's
great.
fantastic.
I'm so excited for her. She feels great.
And the blood
It's
pressure
awesome.
thing, that's a big deal. Like, she's done diets before.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never had the blood pressure go to normal. So
So
that's
cool.
a big deal.
And we already told you guys this before, but they aren't popping Tums anymore. She said she doesn't know when the last time was. Since starting the
yeah,
carnivore,
Tums.
they haven't been doing Tums, and they were doing them every day. And her husband was waking up in the middle of the night, choking on acid reflux. So that's a huge change for them. So there's something there with that.
Isn't it wild that people just get used to taking Tums and don't think about the fact that,
That
hey,
there
we're
could be an
taking-
alternative.
We're taking Tums every day. Like,
Yeah.
that can't be good. So
That's crazy.
that's a big relief for them. Here's what's happened in these since our last update, which
Okay.
was probably the 30 days.
Yeah.
At 30 days. Something I never had cravings during this whole thing. Yesterday, we went with, and this was the first time going out to eat too on the carnivore. So we met with Amanda. We went to a little hole in the wall restaurant, like a mom and pop type thing. And we knew it'd be fine because they're gonna have steak and eggs. And so we went to eat breakfast. We get our steak and eggs, and Amanda ordered whatever she ordered, and she said something about biscuits and gravy.
She switched to biscuits and gravy.
So she just mentions it. Yeah, I want to, oh yeah, the sides. Can I switch my sides to biscuit and gravy? Right when she said that, and I haven't had any craving at all. I just don't get that.
Yeah.
She said that, and my mind went back to being a kid and having biscuits and gravy. I remember with my grandpa for the first time, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, I literally loved it. And when she said that, I got goosebumps. And I don't know if it's a connection, like with a special moment with a family member or whatever it was.
Or because biscuits and gravy are good.
And I can't say, oh, I wanted to eat some, but I thought about it and I felt those feelings of having, oh, biscuits and gravy. Like, I guess that's the comforting thing about it. So that was a weird thing for me. Went away right when I started
Once the
eating.
steak comes,
Once
yeah.
the steak comes. There's been people talk about like the insects and stuff not bothering them.
Oh, bugs.
Bugs. So for other than a bee,
These are things that I
Right,
read
right.
about, like on Facebook groups, and I've been noticing things that people are writing, and one of them was bugs. Bugs
Yeah.
aren't biting carnivores for some reason. Like, they just tend to not be. So I told Steve to keep an eye out. Jay also gets bitten all the time, so we'll see what happens with that.
So some of you know, like in the past, we've talked about me getting eaten up by bugs. Whenever we go on walks, if Steph's parents are visiting, her mom and me get destroyed.
Yes.
Like, we just get eat up. Her and her dad, nothing happens.
And I'll see them fly on me and they'll land on me, but they don't bite me.
I've tried everything from little like bracelets. I stick them on my head. I did everything possible to try to get the bugs. And then it's just like, I accept it. I've had a couple nights out where we're going, hey, are there really bugs out now? Because it's been bad. Bugs are all over right now because of all the rain. Last couple of days, I went out. I'm seeing the bugs. Sometimes they'll bump into me or they'll buzz around me. And especially this morning, I went out on the golf course, which is it's right in the middle of a nature preserve. lots of bugs early, and there were bugs around me, and I didn't get bit, not once. So the last couple of days, I did not get bit, not once. And it's weird to like, you're kind of apprehensive about saying, hey, it stopped it, because it's been my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life I've been a target of bugs. Bugs are leaving me alone.
And we were out there with Rochelle.
Yeah.
And she was swarmed, and Steve wasn't. And she was getting bit, and Steve wasn't. So that right there, because she gets bit, is different. So when we're together, he's like, do you feel like there's a lot of bugs right now? I'm like, no. And he'll be like, I'm getting bit like crazy.
Yes, normal.
But now, it's not as many for him either right now. Or there's not as many out.
I want to see if that goes for a long period of time, because your brain doesn't want to believe it, because it's a lifetime thing. My whole life I've had that. But I am excited about it. If that's good, that's a great thing. I've been doing things that I haven't done for decades, like doing some concrete jobs, like in our house.
Yeah.
Did the floor. I was bent over all day long. I'm using tools that I haven't used. I get up, my back is fine. Like
it's better than it was his ankylosing spondylitis, whatever. It's an arthritis in his neck and his back, and it got. Like, he thought it was gone pretty much when we were doing AIP, the autoimmune protocol. But it's at a different level of gone now. That's the difference. Something's different.
Well, the difference is from like managing it and not doing stupid things. Okay, that was before. It's like, I manage it. I don't do dumb things. I don't do things that I know is going to aggravate it, because once it's aggravated and gets inflamed, it's not like you get rid of it in a day.
Right.
It's staying for a long time.
Yeah.
Now it's doing something that I would have thought was too risky. I wouldn't even want to do it. Like, say, doing the concrete on the floor. There's another project right now you guys will see where I'm doing a wall. But I did that floor in a couple days. I was working on that. And at the end of the day, I stood straight up, and it wasn't like getting up slow. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. Like, just getting up slow because you're like, shoot, I got tight.
Yeah.
The thing I've been doing now, I'm working overhead, and I'm also like in a squat down position, because it feels natural and comfortable to me, that I never, ever get in that position and stay there. And I'm literally in that position for long periods of time, and I'm getting up, and I've been telling Steph, I go, this is
weird.
I'm even showing her, I'm like, I'm not a yoga guy, but I can bend over, squat down.
You were sitting on the couch differently too.
I'm
Were you
sitting
cross-legged on
Indian
the couch?
style in the couch, because it just feels comfortable.
And he doesn't sit Indian style.
And I don't stay seating.
No.
Like, I still don't think setting is good for you for long, long periods of time. But my lower back, I can't even describe it. It's not just that it's more comfortable. I'm doing things that are not, triggering it or just making it tighten up. And I'm recovering from this, like doing the work, and then my hands hurt because I haven't used them with the tools like that. They're just bruised, but it's just blowing my mind. And again, it's things that I just don't come out and say, hey, this is cured, because I'm still baffled. I'm still like, okay, what's going to happen tomorrow? So I got that. Sleep is still going fantastic. For me, I think that's my most significant things. The lower back is monumental. I can't even describe how I feel right now, how my body is moving.
No bad breath.
No bad breath.
That's weird. Well, like I've said, a lot of the reading that I'm doing, I just sit there and read. I'm not really participating. I just read in these Facebook groups because I'm just learning. And the best thing you can do is read about people who are actually claiming something themselves versus, selling something or whatever.
Yeah.
But so it's interesting, some of the things that I've noticed little trends about. And a lot of people will post the same thing that other people have posted, and they're like, I've already read it in other groups or whatever. But one weird thing that I've noticed, actually I've noticed a lot, was the bug thing. The bad breath, the dental disease and stuff is going away for people. They go to the dentist and it's like, plaques chipping off and stuff, and just, it's weird. Like, stuff is happening that is, baffling to them. They're like, has anybody else had this? And everybody else replies. And okay, this is a weird one. Gray hair. This was weird. Okay, I've been reading a lot of people, it's mainly women's groups that I'm in, but they're saying that their gray hair is going away. And somebody wrote and said, no, you're not gonna have gray hair, it's not gonna go away. Your hair is changing because you're having more fat in your diet, so it's just glossier or whatever where the gray would be. I don't know, I guess that's true. That probably is what's happening. I don't have a ton of gray hairs, but I do have 5 or 6 like white or clear, or maybe they're gray, whatever they are, eyebrow hairs. And I always hate them, and I feel like I'm getting a couple more every once in a while. I hadn't trimmed my eyebrows or done anything since we did the carnivore diet. And I'll dye them too, by the way, maybe twice a year. I'll just dye them. I just don't want to be albino eyebrow person, you know? It's gross. But anyway, so I'll just dye them a darker color. The light ones, I can see where the root's grown in, because those white ones or clear ones or whatever, they grow faster and they're thicker. They're, you know, an older, you know, they're a white hair, I think is what I think it is. So gray hair. I've got 5 or 6 of them, and I know where they are, and they're always there, and they always grow longer. So I went to go trim my eyebrows, and I couldn't find my white clear hairs. My eyebrow hairs are brown. Again, on their own. And so I dug around in there like crazy. I'm like, well, where are they? Maybe they are just a little bit darker. And I found one of them. I plucked it out. I don't normally pluck them because, you know, if you pluck one, then 2 will grow in its place or whatever. And I don't want more of those.
Is that real?
I don't think so. I think it's just when your hair starts to change, it actually just get more gray hair once you start to gray. I pulled it out just to look at it, and I could see the tip where I'd dyed it before, but the root of it, it was long, you know, and it wasn't an eyebrow like this, but say the eyebrow was this long. This much of it was grown out. This much of it was the new clear gray color that was growing in.
Wow.
And it was brown.
Wow.
Light brown where it had dark brown on the end. I don't know where the other ones went. I don't know if they're falling out or if they're just got darker. But when I told Steve that, the guy said, there's no way your hair is dead once it exits your body. But Steve said, what about people who get scared and their hair turns white in a patch or whatever?
In a second.
And people, when they get gray hair, it's not like it just suddenly starts growing in gray from the root. The whole hair will turn gray.
Yeah.
So what if the opposite can happen? Or maybe the gray hairs are falling out. I don't know what's happening, but I saw it in my eyebrows. I don't know what the heck that was about, but I look at them every morning now. Again, I'm like, are they really gone? Where are they? Where did they go? What happened to those clear ones?
If 6 months from now, if I don't have gray hair?
No, it's mainly girls that I'm reading. I don't know. But somebody else said it's the copper. It's the increase of copper in our diets now from all the meat. And I guess copper can make your hair not have the pigment or something. I don't know. So that could be why, and that would make sense. That is interesting. Other people, tons of people read about it. And they say, my husband said, where'd all your gray hairs go? And somebody was older and they said they've got dark, thick hair coming in. And they were almost all gray, where they were gray before. And now dark, thick hair is coming in. Weird. Somebody showed some baby hairs that they had right here, and she said they were all gray, and now she's got normal color hairs coming in. So I don't know if they're falling out. I don't know what is happening, but that is fascinating. Another weird thing that I've noticed in carnivore, these groups, is, and I haven't seen this one as much, but tons of people replied. They said, have you noticed you're not getting sunburned anymore? Like,
I don't really get sunburned.
Right.
But I have been out in the sun a lot.
Yes.
I don't even get a little
There's
bit.
something that happens, I guess, because we're oilier or greasier, or I don't know what the deal is. Something's different, but but I don't know what it would be, but it's a trend. Somebody's saying it, and I haven't been fried yet, so I don't know. We did go bike riding, and I usually, put sunblock on, but I didn't put any on it. I didn't get burnt, so I don't know. I would have to go experiment, go to like a swim day or something. But
I'm sure people are going to comment on these things that you're saying.
Maybe they've never even noticed it or thought about it. But are you guys burning, or do you just get a nice tan? And I guess it's because our bodies know what to do with that. I don't know.
With the sun, obviously. And
but
maybe it is
skin cancer, things like that, having natural sunblock in our bodies and not having to wear it, I don't want to have all those pollutants and not pollutants, but toxins and stuff in my skin if I can help it. But that
controversy about suntan lotion.
Would be great, really great. I don't know. These are just things that I've noticed that I've read that I was like, I gotta go remember to think about noticing that.
It's strange, is like say that the hair changing color, it's not sunburn, not having bugs. That's all interesting and cool, but it's nothing compared to people that are doing like getting rid of autoimmune diseases, like gone. Like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoporosis, I think it is. That's a lot. I see that one a lot.
Yeah.
Joint pain.
I've even seen diabetes. A lot of diabetes. I don't want to claim that, but a lot.
A lot of people
reversed their diabetes.
Yeah.
Reversed it, and they were told no. A lot of people with gum disease, they were told that you're screwed basically once you get to that stage, and it's going away or is gone. It's just weird. All these weird things. But what made me no gas. I asked Eric about that too. are you having any gas? And she said, no, not any. She's like, I don't know when the last time was I even farted. And she said, and I used to all the time. So that's weird.
Yeah.
The pooping is minor, very little pooping.
Yeah.
And they're small, and it's been too long for it to just be like, oh, I'm gonna have a big one coming up or something. This is how it is.
Yeah.
This is, you poop less. It's weird. And there's no gas, no bloating, no swelling. And one thing I wanted to say that was really weird is I haven't been on tons of diets, but I've dieted plenty of times. Because I've never been a thin person. I'm a bigger person. I'm just bigger bone, bigger person. It's just how I am. But I would never say I've been a fat person. Like I don't know. I've just been normal. I'd say normal. I have dieted. I've taken phentermine. I've gone to a weight loss clinic thing and had like the vitamin B shots and things like that just to make it easier. I can't remember what it was called, those pills that, not Jenny Craig.
Meth?
Oh, no. Those pills that were like Anna Nicole Smith, whatever those ones were, I can't remember what they were called. It was a phentermine type one. Those, I did that. I did cabbage soup diet with Erica before.
Gross.
I know.
That was some gas.
No, well, here's what happened. We were probably in our 20s, and we decided to do that diet. It was her, she found it. And so we did it for, I think, a day or two or something. There were pills you could take that were cabbage soup pills, or you could have the soup, and we made these huge batches of soup.
Oh,
so she came to my work, and she said, called me and said, come outside, I've got pizza. And I opened the door, and her door's flung open. She's right at the entrance of my job. I ran in there, and she had pizza, and we just started eating the pizza. It was so funny. So we always laugh about that. Come outside, I got pizza. But
screw this diet.
Yeah, it didn't last. It was really hard to maintain. And then a couple times,
of course.
Yeah, it was bad. And a couple times since we've been married, like if I've just I'm like, I'm getting fat right now. I need to buckle down and do something. I'll just, cut out sugar, or I'll cut out things or whatever. Or I've done like Weight Watchers, not the actual weighing in, but just tried to do the points and all that stuff. I've tried different things. I did AAP, because I've done different diets, never been easy like this. Like this, I can piggin out and I'm fine. And there's no cravings, which is the hardest part of a diet, is you feel like you're deprived, like Erica said. She's never done a diet where she felt like she wasn't deprived and can't wait to get to her goal so she can get off the diet. And she said, I think I'm gonna stay this way. And I feel like I can too. I don't know, we're gonna see where it goes. But I have to just tell you, there's something different about the weight loss that I've lost. Because I've lost, I think, maybe like 9 pounds or something. I'm not doing this for weight loss. I'm fine with where I am right now. But the way it's come off of me is different. My body composition is different.
Yeah.
And I've never, ever had that. Like, so I've lost weight before, and I've been thinner before, and I've actually been probably a pound or two thinner than I am right now. But the way I look naked is different. It's weird. Like I
weird.
Almost have like, what it is I haven't lost any muscle at all. And I think normally when you lose weight, I know they say you lose muscle, but when you have fat on it, you don't know what your body looks like underneath.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm not fatigued in any way. If I do something, I'm not weaker. I just feel like it's burning my fat.
Yeah, you got plenty of energy, and your body looks like, I know you're not used to that, but it's like, we're all gonna have some fat, we have to, but your muscles are just being exposed. That's what it is.
It's weird. Like I have a flat stomach where normally I'll have some, and I usually, I don't carry a lot of weight in my stomach. I'll have a little bit of a gut, but not like, my rib cage and everything is where I'm the smallest. And then I carry it in my thighs and my butt. And it's more like no matter how thin I could ever possibly be, I'm gonna have cellulite. I'm just a cellulite person on my legs. It's my mom has it. It's just how it is. And it's the weirdest thing, and I swear to you, it's looking better. Like, I don't know what exactly is happening, but the cellulite looks smoother, better. I don't know. And I don't know. It just seems different. I don't know.
You're not used to seeing your muscles. Steph is very strong. Like,
I'm strong.
Steph is naturally strong. So that's what you're seeing is you're getting rid of the that fat, which it wasn't a lot, and it's not like you can't have any fat, but yours, that just was gone, and you redid your body somehow.
No, I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything.
You did it by the eating this way.
But
That's what's happening.
that's the thing is I've done other diets and it doesn't look like this. And I'm older.
Because the other diets are not getting rid of that, whatever that is, the fat, the water, the inflammation, whatever it is that it's getting rid of. It's not doing it at the expense of muscle. A lot of diets will start to eat away at that
right.
too. So it's not eating away your muscles because you're eating a crap load of protein.
That's the thing is it feels like it's leaving my muscles alone.
Yes, your muscles are getting
weird
fed.
thing. So I might be losing a little bit of weight, but it looks different on me. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to really explain it, but like
somebody out there knows. There's people out there that know.
But it's a trend. It seems to be with these carnivores. You always see them they're in little teeny clothes showing what their bodies look like, and it's like, wow, you look ripped, or wow, you look whatever. And whether they're exercising or not, I don't know. I think we're just losing the extra fat, and we're seeing what our bodies should look like underneath. And that's weird. I've never even thought of ever knowing what do I look like underneath my fat. But I just picture somebody losing their fat and looking like a skeleton. And I keep saying that people on the carnivore diet look healthier and fleshier, and I think that is true. Like there isn't as much boniness going on, and that's because the muscles are staying on top of it. It's just weird. I'm curious to see where this ends up going, because we're not restricting anything, but it's changing. Something's changing.
There's nothing bad to say.
Nothing.
Like it's so freaking easy.
It's too good to be true.
It feels like that at times.
It does.
Steph had been talking about this, and then I experienced it yesterday.
Yeah, and once I read this, so this guy was talking to a new beginner in one of these groups, and just explaining, you're gonna have the satisfaction's gonna kick in, and then you feel satiated or whatever. But he said, I noticed food would go bland while eating, and that's a sign that you're done. And I've had that. I will be eating, I'm like, I'm stuffed or whatever, but I'm just gonna finish up what's on my plate just because it's there, and I'm not gonna eat this later. But why don't we stop? I'm going to try to consciously think about it and eat until it's bland.
You don't even, so I experienced this yesterday. She had mentioned that, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. Because I'm just eating, and I'm doing exactly what they say to do. Eat until you're full. And I'm eating, and I've just been eating like that.
Until you're full.
If my plate's empty and I'm still hungry, I go to the refrigerator, grab something out of there, and I continue to eat. I would just feel full. But yesterday I was eating, and I was real excited, got a steak, had the pork things.
Oh, pork belly.
Had pieces of pork belly, we've been eating that. Woo! I finished my steak, and then I take one bite of a pork belly.
He was saving it for last.
Yeah,
he always saves the best for last.
It's like a treat, because it tastes really good. Mm-hmm. I took one bite, and then I was like, I think I got that feeling right now. I go, because I literally, in an instant, was like, I'm done. And it was so weird. And it was...
This morning, he was eating bacon after we ate steak and eggs.
Yeah.
He was eating his bacon. He's like, I think I got that thing where it's bland. And I was like, put it down then. Don't eat it.
And the first few bites of bacon tasted great.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you're done. So, I'm totally convinced that my body is saying, done.
We just have to listen to it.
Yes.
My mind is blown.
So am I.
It's just
We're very
bizarre.
excited. We're talking a lot about this because it's so crazy.
And it's different. It's different from a normal diet. What if this is the way we were supposed to be? What if we're supposed to have the body that's underneath all our fat? What if we're supposed to not get sunburned? What if we're not supposed to have gray hair as early as we would? Or, what if we aren't supposed to have diabetes and it's just in our genes or whatever? What if this is what our body is supposed to be and we don't even know it? This energy level is what we're meant to have in our sleep, but that's how we're supposed to sleep. All those weird things that we're experiencing or noticing. Maybe bugs aren't supposed to bite us.
Or what it's capable of. What our bodies are capable of is
but
basically what I think it comes down to. Is you give it the right stuff, then I think it's responding like that. That's how it feels to me. I can't wait
to see blood tests or whatever. I wish we could take all the tests, because I know, whatever your insurance will allow you to do, but we're going to talk to our doctor and see what things we can do. But it'd be cool to see, just to be able to report it and say, plaque on your arteries or whatever. You know, can you really show? Because a lot of people might have high cholesterol, but there's no plaque.
Yeah.
And it's just because there's cholesterol in them. That kind of thing where, and we aren't scientists, we don't know any of this stuff, but just reading about it, it just seems like.
I've done a lot of research on cholesterol right now, and I'm not afraid of cholesterol.
No.
There's
They
so
were
much
wrong.
misinformation.
Yeah.
So much misinformation about it. And it's something that you guys should look in for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you would do yourself a favor and dive deep into it, because there's plenty of information about that. And there's plenty of very smart people, very experienced people in science and medicine that will tell you why it's not what you think it is. You know, we don't have the experience and the extensive knowledge to be able to explain it to you.
Yeah.
But if you study it yourself, like I've done enough to where I'm like, I don't care how high my cholesterol is, and there's a reason I don't. And one of the
But we don't know if he has high cholesterol either, so.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
He didn't have any in his last test.
That's our update. We're super excited because we still are baffled by this. There's not a day goes by that we don't just marvel at what's happening.
Yeah.
Like how good we feel, how it's affecting our family and friends, like Erica and her husband and her son-in-law.
Yay, Jay.
Jay is doing it. And that makes us feel really good. Like seeing it happen, not just to us, like things happening to other people, and it really motivates us, you know, it makes us feel good. And the comments. A lot of you guys share your story, and it's really motivating, and it just makes you feel like, man, we need to get more people doing this.
Yeah.
But it's a decision that everybody has to make.
And please comment on here if you started when we started and where you are now, what's changed, or if you started 10 years ago and where you are or whatever. You know, it's encouraging for other people to read it, and they don't just believe us, but this is really happening to real people. It seems too good to be true, but what if this is the way we're supposed to be?
We'll find out.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah. And also the people that comment that are way ahead of us, it's kind of cool. Like they'll say, hey, what you guys are...
Just wait till you're a year.
Here's what that is that you're experiencing. People ahead of us that are saying, oh, wait till you...
Get to this mark.
Part. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. It's only been 42 days.
How can this much have changed in 42 days? I can't believe it, and I can't believe how easy it is.
That's how powerful what we stick into our body, what we consume, how powerful an effect it can have on you, and how quickly it can have that effect.
I know, but I've just done other diets and I've done other things, and it's just mind-blowing that this is real. That's all. Because it's easy. That's the thing. It's easy, and I'm not thinking about food and things, you know? Yeah. It's easy.
It's just been amazing.
So amazing.
All right, until next time, enjoy your life.
Can't wait to have some ripped abs.
Go eat some steak.